Hi, Mike Kennedy here. Someone got upset at one of my videos. I did a video about Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson being fired, and they thought I should have done a separate video about Turner Carlson. I don't know whether they thought I didn't cover it in the video, but I did. But the problem was that the thumbnail only had a representation of Don Lemon in it. And why? Well, I'm doing a lot of things behind the scene with artificial intelligence. You know, the creation of text with, prompts, creation of images with prompts. And so, when I put in Don Lemon, CNN, news network, whatever, the image creating program created a decent, representation of Don Lemon. It looks drawn. It doesn't look like an actual real photograph, but, it was pretty good. And when, I tried to get one of Tucker Carlson, I was trying to do them both together in one image, and the program just couldn't handle that. But even separately, as you'll see right now, it didn't do a good job of Tucker Carlson at all. It's got his face shaped wrong. It's got more of a V shape to his face rather than his face is more square. So anyway, of course now there's way more information. And I guess why I didn't, where I talk about Lemon more was, to me it was really, really obvious why they got rid of him. The ratings dropped horribly on shows they put him to. He made remarks about women. Okay, so we're done with him. Tucker Carlson. First, the internet is the largest source of misinformation. So Tucker Carlson, according to the internet, was getting paid $7 million to $35 million per year. That's a big spread. The OAN, One American Network, they offered him a job for $25 million. How much is he worth? Well, again, then the internet spread anywhere from 30 million to over 400 million. That's a big spread. One said he inherited $250 million, but I know nothing about his history or whatever. So, we don't know how much he's getting paid. We don't know how much he's worth. And when it comes right down to it, we really don't know why he was fired. Okay? Not that we can't find reasons. I mean, Fox had to pay a judgment of $800 million for some things that Tucker had said about the domino voting machines, right? 2020. That's, a forbidden topic. And he said some things that he couldn't prove, and, so they won this a judgment. And it's like, well, did they fire him because of that? And it's like, well, didn't they know what would happen to their network, losing him? The stock immediately lost $1 billion worth of value. And so that means canning him cost them, when we, subtract it out, cost them $900 million. It's like, that's a bad financial move if it was just motivated by finances. But then there were some, one site reported it was his former boss or whatever was going to sue him because of the toxic environment he created. Okay. And so is that true? I read the other day that, Fox had a dirt pile on him. In other words, someone at Fox had collected and amassed this file of everything that they thought he did that was inappropriate or wrong or whatever. And they're holding this file so that he won't badmouth the network. Now, he might have signed an agreement that when he was fired, even, that he got all kinds of money. They call it a golden parachute. But there might have been a non-disclosure agreement in that he couldn't look back and say something nasty about Fox. So, who knows if that's true? And, uh, then there was this other strange story about about just a month ago, he was at a dinner with Rupert, one of the Ruperts, and I couldn't quite get whether it was an ex with a fiance or a wife that's now an ex. So either fiance or uh, ex-wife or whatever now. And they said that Rupert has, Murdoch has been married for 9 times or something like that. I don't know. But, and so supposedly at this, dinner they were at, the ex pulled out a Bible, and they spent the whole time, she and her, talking with about religion, her and Tucker, and that's a subject this Murdoch, whichever Murdoch it is, really didn't like, okay, and didn't appreciate, and so the rumor here is, I'm repeating rumors, but people, all of this stuff, we don't know any of it, and it probably will never come out for sure, but that he was fired solely because Rupert wanted to get back at one of these ex-people because he was their favorite show was that this guy, and so firing him was just an act of trying to get someone. Now, would someone really do that and risk losing $1 billion? Well, we have this thing with Anheuser-Busch, with them picking, not just a transgender person, but this guy who presents himself as a teenage girl. And Anheuser-Busch is lost. I don't know what it is now, but I bet it's $10 billion in sales. Some places have just turned when a distributor comes up, in the truck, the beer truck, they just say, oh no, leave, we don't want you anymore, or canceling deliveries. And it's really shaking people up, because you can imagine if you're, like we have a place here that, what is it? Nappy distribute, I don't know, but they, a distributor, thing like that. You can imagine if your job is distributing and you mainly do this one product, all of a sudden you're out of a job. If people don't want you to deliver the product, if you've only got to make, 1 or 2 runs a week, your job is doomed. So, but back to it. So what was the reason? Was it the judgment? Was it a personal thing? Oh, was it January 6th coverage? People have speculated that too. He got access to all of this $40,000 worth of 40,000 hours of security tapes from January 6th, and he presented one that showed that it, this one particular guy, the guy has his face painted and he's got horns and everything on, like some kind of Nordic or Native American type hat of some kind. And it shows the police basically giving this guy a tour. And it's like, well, so he presented that video, and he never mentioned it again, or anything else from all those hours and hours of video. So how could that be? Well, it could be that he, at that point, was told that if he aired any more of that footage, he would be terminated. I don't know. But, so, your guess is as good as mine. And I guess I didn't want to do exactly what I'm doing now, and throwing out all of these maybe this, maybe that, maybe this. But basically, we have no idea where, with Lemon, what he did was in the public. So it was easier to see that, and the ratings dip. Now, someone else might say, oh, no, it's easier to see with Tucker Carlson because of this, the $800 million judgment. And I don't know. It just seems like that probably is it. But, just like I guess I'm saying Bud Light didn't think it through, it was a very, very bad financial move. Tucker Carlson got 100,000 new followers on Twitter within the hour that he was fired. That it became made public. So, I mean, that, So the question is, just like with Bud Light and things, how mad will fans be, and how long will they do something? People say about the thing with Bud Light that, the customers will, after a while, they'll come back. They're mad, and then finally they'll say, well, I do like the product, and they start buying it again. Which I guess has happened with other boycotts, or, not that people are officially boycotting it, but, but people will become unupset. Time will heals all wounds type of thing, and they'll get their sales level back up. But we'll see if Fox ratings actually take a nosedive. But they were saying he's the most successful news anchor, Tucker Carlson, that cable has ever had. The one that's worth the most money, got paid the most at everything. So they kind of, shot the goose that laid the golden egg, so to speak. So it'll be interesting, probably take a week or two to see what happens with the ratings with Fox, and see if people start watching this new person. And I don't even know the name of the new person. And I didn't watch Tucker Carlson much, just about as much as I watched Don Lemon. And these were in videos showing, doing a positive video or a negative video of what these two characters said. And so there you go. Tell me what you think. Now I've done a video, and like I say, you'll see that. I'll put it in the little intro thing too. Some of the poorly done art that the artificial intelligence engine, that Nightcap, that's the website name, Nightcap Cafe, I should say, actually generated of Tucker, and you'll see why probably that I didn't use it in the promo picture.